watcher in the shadows in the depths of the city's darkest corners, where danger slinks beneath flickering streetlights, walked 𝤆𝐄𝐄𝐿, a young YSHRAL, alert, always watching. He carried a weapon not in pride, but in protection, not for harm, but to guard what's sacred, because above all, he served Yahweh. The night she almost disappeared was past midnight. The streets were empty except for her. 𝤆𝐷𝐻U, a young YSHRAL woman, strong, radiant, but vulnerable in that moment. She was walking fast. Then a van crept closer. Voices, movement, a trap. But then 𝤆𝐄𝐄𝐿 stepped in. A shout, a warning, a flash of steel. The kidnappers ran into the night. She was safe, because Yahweh had sent someone, a light in the darkness. 𝤆𝐷𝐻U stood stunned, then looked up into the eyes of her protector. 𝤆𝐄𝐄𝐿 wasn't just brave, he was grounded, humble, watchful, a servant of Yahweh. They talked, then prayed. The fear faded, replaced by a connection neither expected. Love didn't shout, it whispered. From protection to purpose, their bond grew quickly, rooted not in thrill but in faith. They shared stories, scripture, dreams, of safety, of community, of walking in covenant with the Most High. Together they vowed to protect, to serve, to love. A family of fire and faith soon. They were not alone. ZKRYHU and 𝤆𝐵𝐻U welcomed them with open arms. 𝤆𝐿𝐿𝐻U and 𝤆𝐵𝐻U recognized the familiar fire in their eyes, and so did the rest. 𝤆𝐿 𝐿𝐿𝐻U, ZKRYHU, 𝐵𝐻𝐿𝐻U, 𝐿𝐿𝐻U, Daniela Shaba, ZKRYHU, 𝐤𝐄𝐿𝐴𝐻U, and 𝐵𝐻U. Each one set apart, each one walking in truth. The streetlights became altars, they transformed corners once ruled by fear into places of prayer, of praise. YARAMYAH, you no longer walked in shadows, he walked in purpose, and beside him, 𝤆𝐴𝐻U, no longer a target, but a testimony. Together, they stood under city lights, not afraid, but anointed. The covenant of the protected and the protector. One night, under a quiet sky, they prayed. Hands joined, hearts aligned. A covenant made not in noise, but in knowing. They were more than lovers. They were partners in purpose, protected by Yahweh, bound by his love. Their love began in darkness, but it was made for light.